The overturning of Roe v. Wade is not a win for Christians. It's only a win for white Christian nationalist control and power. By the way, check the link below for what we can do now and the organizations we can donate to. Click the link and please share it. But yeah, this isn't about Christian values or saving lives. There's an important difference that we need to understand between goals and justifications. The goal is control. It's always been control. The justification is spreading Christian values, and they use that justification so they could get support and funding from Christian institutions. The Republican Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas said that the justices should also reconsider Griswold and Lawrence and Obergefell, which are the Supreme Court decisions that legalize the right to contraception and to gay relationships and to gay marriage. This isn't over, and it's getting worse, and their goal is control and restricting our freedoms. And as a Christian, I'm saying we should fight against that. But it's just like when this country was colonized. The goal was to exploit the land and its people. The justification was Christian evangelism, and they use that justification so they can get support and funding from the church. It's so much easier to look back at all that violence now and say that those Christians only cared about power and they used Christianity to justify their evil. Most American Christians can agree on that, but so many Christians are so clueless about those kinds of Christians and Christian institutions today and our context. Christians of future generations will be able to see all of this crystal clear, but we need to have a bigger perspective and realize that colonizer Christianity never went away in the United States, and we see it most clearly now in white evangelicalism. And let me tell you something I think about a lot, that I know a lot of you will relate with. Growing up in evangelicalism, I heard a lot of talk about this world being evil and sinful, and how we need to save people from the destruction that this evil, sinful world is perpetuating. And then I matured, and I met more people, and I learned a lot, and I realized that evangelicals were wrong about the world. A lot of those people that they said were evil and sinful, like gay people, trans people, sex workers, drug addicts, partygoers, people of other faiths, were actually not bad at all. They were good. And I realized that what they said about the world was all made up. It was all a lie. And then I matured some more, and I learned some more. And I realized this world is sinful and evil and destructive, just like those evangelicals said. But not for any of the reasons they said, but actually because of the evil that evangelicalism is responsible for. Yes, we do indeed live in an evil and sinful world, but in order to save it, we need to take power away from the Christian institutions that control us, not give them more power so they can have more control. The argument was always some version of the idea that if Christians had more power, then the world would be better. But we're living in the consequences of that now, and we can say with absolute certainty that the world can only get better if Christian institutions had less power. Tad DeLay wrote this book in 2019 called Against: What Does the White Evangelical Want? And in the book he says white evangelicalism will not eventually moderate. Younger evangelicals will not reform it and fix it. And what many evangelicals don't realize is that evangelicalism is actually a new sect of Christianity that has grown just over the last century. And Tad DeLay describes white evangelicalism as a reactionary, theological improvisation around whiteness. And as all the denominations within evangelicalism theologically improvise, Tad DeLay says their enduring commitment is to supremacy, not to evangelism or to moral values or to whatever else. The commitment to supremacy is characteristic of white evangelicalism. So when Congresswoman Mary Miller said at a Trump rally that the Supreme Court decision was a victory for white life, it really clicks together with the real agenda here.
I want to thank you for the historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court yesterday.
And she said it was a misspeak and that she meant to say right to life, which is probably true, But it was just funny how this clip felt like a rare moment of authenticity from these anti-choice politicians. And so we're going to continue seeing people leave these evangelical communities. And it's not because of their preaching style or their worship style or their social media presence or their pop cultural relevance, as many evangelicals have theorized. People are leaving because white evangelicalism is contributing to the destruction of the world and suppressing our freedoms. And also, I keep thinking about Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who was once Barack Obama's pastor. And while Obama was running for president, the news kept showing clips from Jeremiah Wright's more radical sermons to discredit Obama. And in the most popular clip, during his sermon, he was condemning America's imperialism, and he said, "God damn America." Watch this part.
Governments fail. The government in this text, comprised of Caesar, Quirinius, Pontius Pilate, Pontius Pilate. The Roman government failed. The British government used to rule from east to west. The British government had a Union Jack. She colonized Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, and Hong Kong. Her navies ruled the 7 seas all the way down to the tip of Argentina in the Falklands. But the British government failed. The Russian government failed. The Japanese government failed. The German government failed. And the United States of America government, when it came to treating her citizens of Indian descent fairly, she failed. She put them on reservations. When it came to treating her citizens of Japanese descent fairly, she failed. She put them in internment prison camps. When it came to treating the citizens of African descent fairly, America failed. She put them in chains. The government put them on slave quarters, put them on auction blocks, put them in cotton fields, put them in inferior schools, put them in substandard housing, put them in scientific experiments, put them in the lowest paying jobs, put them outside the equal protection of the law, kept them out of their racist bastions of higher education, and locked them into positions of hopelessness and helplessness. The government gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a 3-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America? No, no, no. Not God Bless America. God damn America, that's in the Bible, for killing innocent people. God damn America for treating her citizens as less than human. God damn America, as long as she tries to act like she is God and she is supreme.
So as they showed this on the news, people were so shocked and offended that a Christian preacher could speak so ill of America. And at the time, I was too young to really grasp it. But now that I'm older and I know more about the horrors that America is responsible for, I feel like the most Christian thing I can say with absolute conviction is, yes, God damn America. And not because America needs more Christianity, but because of the way that Christianity has dominated America. God damn America. I'll see you later.